Okay, I've just opened the box and it's brand new, and there's a lot of really cool things in here that will help you be successful right off. First of all, you have your nail prep wipes. These are so handy to make sure that you have the oils off of your nails so that everything adheres well. This is the gel nail enamel remover pockets. These are great to get the gel nail off. You just put them on and they sit for a little bit, and then you basically crack them off. It's actually really easy to do. You get some cuticle oil, because if you are getting your nails done at a salon, you're not putting cuticle oil on every day. You're losing the moisture that you need. Okay, this is the buffer. I love these things. You can see how well worn my other one is. It's about had it, so I'm really happy to get a new one. You get a nail file, cuticle pusher, which is my favorite tool, and orange sticks. And they are super handy. And then to get you started out, you get your top coat and the base coat and one color. Now, I'm not going to be using this one. I think it's black cherry. That one's called? Yeah, black cherry. I have a new one that we're featuring this month that I had to get called Moon Dust, and I'll be putting that on in a minute. I just love that color. So this is your kit, and here's your curing lamp. It takes 45 seconds each layer to have them set and done. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a layer of the gel base coat on my nail. Now you have to excuse me because I have things rigged so that I can get this done and show you. Okay, now you want to watch out. This is very self-leveling, and that means I have done it to where it was so thick that I had the strangest shape now because it fills in the sides of your nail too, right where your skin is. So I like to kind of swirl it off and have just the tiniest bit on there. You can get more later. It will puddle on the sides if you're not careful. And so I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of strokes across it. And then I'm going to do what's called capping the tip. And I like to take it backwards like this. There's a little bit extra and I don't want to get that on there. And I'm going to go back towards my nail like that. Just a little layer, and I'll do that with all the layers when I do this. And I'm just going to go back on here to smooth it out one more time. So you want it to be nice and smooth and a thin, thin, thin coat. Okay, then I'm going to put it in my curing lamp right here, and it will last for 45 seconds. And you can do all 5 fingers and get them all in at one time. So it's really, really quick. I usually do one hand at a time, and that's what Janberry recommends too. But I just wanted to show you how this works. I'm going to put it also on my wraps. It can help your wraps last longer as well. Some people that can only have wraps last about a week will do this just to make sure that they last a little bit longer. I don't usually have that problem. They usually last me for 2 weeks. But I wanted to show you what happens with just the bare nail. And then I'm also going to put a color on top of these wraps. These are my Valentine's wraps. And see, now I'm done. These are my Valentine's wraps. And so Valentine's was yesterday. So it's not necessary to have them anymore. And you can use them as a layer underneath. And the nice thing about wraps being a layer underneath is that you can actually take them off a little easier. There's a lot of versatility in this, and I'll explain that as I go. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second and set up for my first color coat. Okay, so I've got my base coat done, and I've done even the wrapped nails as well. Now this is Moon Dust that we still have, I believe, until supplies last. I'm going to do a couple of coats of this. This is the first coat. Oh, I love this color. And I'm going to put that on. a nice thin layer and get it covered. Not too thick right there. Oops, I got a glob. Okay, and then I'm going to take that and that little blob right there out. There we go. And I'm going to put that under the lamp for 45 seconds. Okay, I've done about 3 layers of moon dust. I love this color. Oh my god, look at the sparkle and shine. I did it on top of wraps and by itself. This finger right here is by itself, and these, they have wraps on underneath. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my top coat. Same thing. You want to watch it. It is self-leveling, so it will fill in the cracks on the side. You want to just kind of swirl it. There's a ton on here, so you want to swirl it to where you get just a thin coat on top. And you can do all of your nails. And you want to cap the tip. See, I've got a nice little bump of, there we go, of the gel coming down. Cap the tips, going backwards like that. And then back this way just to make sure it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and finish out all of my fingernails. And then I'll show you what to do at the end. Now, if I didn't mention it, you want to make sure you've done all of your nail care ahead of time. You want to file your nails. There's no filing the nails after this. You want to go ahead and buff, push back your cuticles, clean the oil off, and make sure everything's all nice and washed before you get started. Okay, just want to make sure I cap my tips all the way down. And I'm going to go ahead and set this, and then I'll show you the last steps. Okay, now the last step, ladies, is you're going to take your nail prep wipes out of the package, and there is like a little goo that's left over, and I usually don't wipe it until I get to the very end. And I'm going to go ahead and take that little bit of goo off, and your nails are done. I love how this looks. I could see myself doing just 1 layer, so it's like a glitter on top of my wraps, or just my bare nails. But with the 3 layers that I put, I have this beautiful purple color. I absolutely love it. And I've had these last me for up to 18 days. Yes, you will see nail growth. So there'll be a little difference, but I really love how this looks. So if you have any other questions about Jamberry TruShine Gel Nail Enamel, let me know. And you can go to Mrs. G's Jamberries, all one word, at jamberry.com, and check out the rest of our colors that we have. I just love how this looks. Really pretty and glittery. Now, if I did just a plain color, a neat thing that you can know is you can take a lacquer, any lacquer color, and these you have to remove with acetone. If you use our lacquers, you can put a lacquer on top. Now, I wouldn't put it on top of this glitter, but if, let's say you had an occasion that you needed to change the color, well, if you put a regular lacquer on top, could be Jamberry or someone else, and as long as you're not using an acetone-based nail polish remover, you can take that lacquer off and it will do nothing to your gels. Your gels will be perfect the next time around. And it helps you change out for any occasion. So I have, this one is the only one that does not have a wrap underneath it. All of the others have wraps. And the reason why I did that is that this one I'll have to use the little pockets, the remover pockets, to take it off. And these will need just me to crack the seam right along the edge, and you can just see it right there on the edge. And once I crack that, I can get lacquer remover up underneath there, and that will get the adhesive to loosen, and I will be able to pop them right off pretty much. And that's a little easier to me. So I'm going to see how that works because I haven't done it that way. I've done it with the pockets. I've also been really bad and I let them sit on there until they just fall off on their own. That's pretty bad. But try not to do that. That's not necessarily good for your nails. So anyway, I'm going to see how this lasts. My nails are really thick feeling. I just love this color. It's really pretty. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.